Hello guys, this is Firefist. This channel is about like newcomers, newbies, or people who just suck at fighting games. If they want to get into it, I just want to put out some content that can help people that are afraid to get in, just like to get the confidence to get in, and people either new to it, either they just suck at it. They always sucked at fighting games, and I want to give them the confidence that they can. It's okay, you can make it. Today I'm going to talk about classic versus modern. You may know that fighting games, the new fighting games, they offer you a way of playing which you have a choice between classic and modern. The difference is that in classic you have to do the motion inputs, like when you do a fireball you have to do like down, forward, and punch to do a fireball. When you play in modern, you just push a button and boom, the fireball comes out. Many people think modern sucks. And if you're a new player who's wondering what you should do, and you're thinking like, hey, my friends are telling me like I shouldn't play modern because what am I, a baby? I'm here to tell you my opinion about this, and my opinion is pretty positive about modern. Fighting games are not easy to play. Fighting games have a huge legacy. The first one was Street Fighter 2. It came with motion inputs. There's a legacy to it, and a lot of fighting game players, they're used to using classic control. They're used to doing fireballs. They're used to doing sonic booms, and even they're used to do like some crazy combinations, like in the King of Fighters games. So for the people who are used to it, it's normal to them. But for people who just come to fighting games, or people who just suck at fighting games, I think modern is very, very efficient. It's very, very helpful. First of all, you have people who are handicapped, who have hand problems. And I think this is really good for them, because otherwise what? They just can't play fighting games? Like for these people, there's no excuse, you should use modern. That's it. If you like modern, just use it. You have some people who are just very bad at doing motion inputs, like maybe they can do a fireball, but like on one side of the screen. If they move to the other side of the screen, if they turn the character, and then the fireball doesn't come out. So it's much easier for these people to just press a button and the fireball comes out. When you play modern, you're usually playing an easier version of your character. So you have less moves, and you have maybe some auto combos. That helps to not having to learn the combos, and that helps to concentrate on the moves that are there on the character. Like, if your character has got like 20 moves, you're gonna have to understand what each of these moves does, But if your character has just got 6 moves, it's much easier to understand what that move does, that one does, So it simplifies the character. It simplifies what you gotta do in the game. I think it's very good to discover a character. It's very good for like, okay, I want to try this guy. I like his style. I like his clothes. I like his hairstyle or whatever. Not unlike mine. But you're thinking like, okay, I just want to try the character. I just want to try out what's going on with this character. Modern allows you to get an idea of what's going on with this character pretty fast. When you're a new player, there's many things to learn in a fighting game. You need to learn spacing. You need to learn anti-air, you need to learn mix-ups, you need to learn some combos, you need to learn so many things. And modern just helps you make this transition easier. It just helps you to have more, like your character becomes like easier to use. And you don't have to think so much about execution, so you can think about other stuff. You can leave some room in your brain to do other things. Like, for example, you can be concentrating on like, hey, is he gonna jump? If he jumps, then I have to anti-air, right? And like, you can think like, okay, I'm gonna throw some fireballs, and if the opponent jumps, I'm gonna anti-air with Dragon Punch. But like, if it's modern, it's just gonna come out like super fast, so you can really concentrate on that. If it's in classic, you also have to do the motion. You have to do the motion for the fireball, then you have to do the motion input for the Dragon Punch. It's like, if you're already concentrating on that aspect of the game, you can't really concentrate on the strategic aspect of the game. As I'm saying, like fighting games, I've got so many layers upon layers of strategies. For me, it's a bit like driving a car. It's like you have the choice between auto gear and manual gear. The point is like when you're learning how to drive, you actually better learn how to drive with the auto gear because there are so many things to learn. What's important is like you don't crash, you don't kill yourself, right? That what's important is the traffic lights, the traffic laws, right? You have to understand what you're doing on the road. You have to be on the right side of the road. You have to be at the right speed. You have to, you have to be aware of your surroundings. There are many things that go into driving a car. And so driving a car where you don't have to think about the gear allows you to have more brain power, brain cells be dedicated to be a good driver on the roads, right? I think like SNK, like City of the Wolves did it really good. It's like you have some layers of the game which are not available if you play the simple style. So you have simple and arcade. If you play simple, you have some auto combos, you have some super moves with just pushing 1 or 2 buttons, and you have the specials, just like modern in Street Fighter 6. It's the same thing, except that you're missing the feints. And if you cannot feint, like feint is like, okay, you can throw fireballs and then you can fake that you're going to throw a fireball. You can do some moves and you can feint the move. You can do a DP, and as you feint the DP, Dragon Punch, the Dragon Punch doesn't come out. It's like the Dragon Punch comes out, but you stay on the ground, you stay grounded. And if you understand the game, you'll understand that there are many layers to this. It's very important at very high level. Which means like if you play City of the Wolves, you, at one point, if you get really good at the game, you have to switch to the arcade mode, arcade playstyle. If you stay in simple, you'll get stuck. Doesn't mean you cannot go far. It doesn't mean you cannot be very strong with simple, but you're gonna get stuck at one point. It's just that's just the way it is. There's no way a guy in competition is gonna win a competition with simple. For Street Fighter 6, it's a bit different. They made modern very strong. So for Street Fighter 6, you have modern and classic, and they made modern very strong to the point that you can actually win competitions with modern. Then it really depends what the developers want to do with the game. In the case of Street Fighter 6, I think they want it to be equal, kind of equal. So you lose some damages. What is it you lose? You lose some moves, but depending on the character, your character can still be very strong with modern. Many people say like modern is crap and that it shouldn't be in these fighting games. They wish like the ranked or other ways of playing the game would not allow to have modern and classic to be together. And I disagree. Having modern allows more people to get in the game. It allows more people to discover a game and to get better at the game. It really is up to what you prefer. But I think like as beginners, as newbies, as guys who just want to start in the game, I think it's modern or simple or whatever you call it. It's a very good way to get in the game, because what's more important, right? What's more important is that you get in the game and you get to like it and you get to play it and you play online and we have more players playing together, and maybe you're gonna grow in the game and love it, and maybe even switch to classic or switch to motion inputs, or you just suck at it, and because there's no option and you don't play modern or you don't play simple, then you just stop playing it, because that's the option, right? It's like, are you playing it or not? And I'd rather have more people playing it and and playing it modern than have less people. I mean, I see the glass half full. I don't see it half empty. I want the FGC to strive, and I want new players to strive. I want new players to enjoy the game, to do stuff in the game. And they will, at one point, they will get stuck, or they will try motion input and they will be like, hey, this is cool. I can do a fireball like this. Oh, I like it. I like the feeling, and if I do this, I get 30% more damage. Oh, that's cool. Okay, you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to switch to classic. Wow, that's really cool. I like it, And then boom, that's a customer for life, for the FGC. That's one guy who's going to play the game. Don't let anybody tell you that you suck because you play modern. Don't tell you like, you're a baby because you play modern. Just play the game, understand the strategy. That's what matters, right? That's what matters. Enjoy the game, and as you grow, maybe you will switch. Maybe you will not, but at least enjoy the game. If you suck at the game and modern helps you, just go for it. If you want to try a character and modern helps you, just go for it. If you think modern sucks because you like doing the motion inputs, you like classic, sure, fine, just stay classic. You don't have to go to modern. You don't have to switch to modern. Nobody's pushing you to switch to modern. But at the same way, nobody's pushing you to use classic right away. You can have fun the same way. And I think what's more important is that you learn how to play. You learn everything there is to do with fighting games. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you in the next one, and until then, don't get killed.